What an exciting day in the market today. Things were absolutely just exploding, and I got the best stocks to buy now for Q3, looking for outperformance over what the market can return to you. Although one of them does include the Russell 2000 stocks, that's IWM. I'll get to that, but I also have Teladoc, TMF, and TLT together, of course, and then also CLF, and then BBAI is the big one to finish the video, exploding even higher today after it already made a 100% run, up again, blasting through resistance, now treating it as support, and we potentially have a bit more to look forward to. So guys, over at the Discord, you can see how I'm trading this. The link is down in the description. Code word doctor when you sign up. Let's jump into the charts on this. So the first thing that I have for you is Teladoc. And when we're looking at Teladoc today, I mean, you can see the massive run that it's taken. So for Teladoc, opening on June the 23rd at $6.88 before peaking on June the 30th at $8.93, falling short of its 200-day, catching support at the 100-day for the simple moving average. And if I take that down and put up the EMAs for a moment, we're actually sitting on top of the 5 EMA as well, which is still a bullish thing. The RSI is in bullish territory. Mind you, down 2.68%, but after this sort of run, it tends to settle a little bit. After it finds the ceiling, it has to go back and find the floor. We could be near to that floor. I still think that Q3 just getting started, we're on the second day of it, that this thing could still have that long way to go, especially if it can get on top of these top two moving averages here. The top one is the 200 EMA. The orange one right here is the 200 SMA. If we can get the price action on top of those, the sky's the limit on this thing. It could really run from anywhere to $10 to $15 when right now it's sitting in the post market at $8.33, closing today at $8.35. TMF taking it on the chin today with the labor report that we got because, well, recession just isn't going to be good for those long-term treasuries. Even though the gold prices were up, we still have that whole debt crisis to worry about. So the technicals, man, we got our work cut out for us for the technicals. They really have to be able to provide. We need some serious tailwinds. So down 1.9%, not as much as we had for Teladoc. If we go to TMF, which is really where we should do our technical analysis, this is the monthly chart that we're looking at. We actually opened up above the 5-month, but then it closed down below it so far. So we'll see what we get at that on a monthly basis. We are still in bearish territory. If we drop down to the week, we're at 51.11 for the RSI with a massive indecisive candle so far building out for us this week. Remember, we only have partial trading day tomorrow up until 1 p.m. Eastern time, and then we close until the market reopens on Monday, which is July the 7th. So look at that rejection we got off the 50-week. Now, mind you, that is okay that we got that rejection for right now. Q3, once again, is just in the beginning of the period at the moment. Right now, the 5-week crossing up above the 13-week, so 86.69 versus 86.65. That's a bullish sign with bullish momentum. Need to get those longer-term trends going if this thing has a chance. Need to sit on top of that 50-week. Let's drop down to the daily chart on this, because for the daily chart, what do we have when we look at the EMAs? Well, when we look at the EMAs for this, we are just down today. We opened above the 13, but below the 5. We still closed below it. So we'll see. We need to get back up on top of that 200 EMA, and we put up the 200 SMA up there. You can see we got rejected off that before on the 1st of July, even though we had that pressure upward, just couldn't perform so far today, but we did close up above the 100-day. So it's nice to find that support. We have the 20 over the 50. So RSI still bullish, moving averages, trying to show early signs of bullishness, but it really does have to get up on top of the 200-day EMA, SMA, and I already mentioned about the 50, which coincides pretty much with this 100 that we have right here. If I put up the EMAs and SMAs for a moment, it's a bit of a mess, but the white in this reddish color that are in here, the white one is the 100-week simple moving average, and the 50-week exponential moving average are pretty much in the same place, causing some pretty significant resistance, hitting for us right at just shy of $88 per share. So we do need to get on top of that. All right, now to the winners. IWM. Now, mind you, let's go to Dow Jones, because out of the 4 indices that I'm tracking in this one, the Dow Jones was the worst performer, coming in pretty much even, down actually negative 0.04%. And then we had the S&P 500 up almost 0.5%, hitting this trend line and couldn't get quite above it. And then the Q is coming in at a very respectable 0.7%, so 70 basis points for that. And IWM almost doubling the NASDAQ 100's performance, at least as per QQQ. IWM tracking the Russell 2000 stocks. I said this one will likely outperform the other indices. And once again today, it absolutely did. Still pushing higher off this inverse head and shoulders. And we're still looking for that 248 price tag, which is still $27 higher than we're right now, which is about 12% higher than of a move, and that takes us up above the previous all-time high. This thing really could continue to move on us as long as recession stays away, as long as economic strength is in our favor, as long as inflation stays subdued, as long as labor markets wheels don't fall off, and as long as monetary policy becomes easier, making it cheaper for them to access capital for the small cap companies. That's why this is on the list. CLF up 7.88% today. So this is Cleveland-Cliffs. Super old company, steel company, coming up off its lows. Bit of an inverse head and shoulders look down here, which means this thing could keep on running up to about $10 per share from where it's at right now. Nice big move on decent volume, still not an overbought territory, but up wildly from when I originally purchased it. I think I'm about 14% on this one total so far. The last 2 days really helped out, and we could honestly call that better than the market average so far. I could close out my position in 2 days inside of Q3. Be over and done with it. I do still think that this one has some legs to run. And what we're seeing right now, if we really zoom in, is that we have the 13, which is yellow in here, about to cross the 50 EMA, which is another bullish sign. So we want to watch for that. The 5 already did cross the 50. So that would be a very, very healthy thing for us. If we put up the simple moving averages, today we broke up above the 100-day. We almost have the 20 crossing the 50. Right at that $10, I'm telling you, we're going to hit our heads on that hard if we make it up that high. Now, mind you, that's still wildly profitable from where it's at right now to be able to get up that high. Probably about 12, 15% up from where we're at. 995 to 1002. That's the 200 EMA, 200 SMA. If we can clear that, then we really start going on this. So Cleveland-Cliffs, that's why it's on here. CLF, you can see the ticker in the background here. That's why I have it on the list. And then BBAI. Up 13.68%. And guys, I don't know if you've been tracking the percentages. Teladoc was down under 3%. It was 2.68%. And then TMF down 1.9%. And TLT on that one, let me see, that's 0.64% that it was down. And then when you look at the upside things, well, IWM, yeah, it was what was that number? 1.39%. But then we had almost 8% for the next one. And then for the last one here, almost 14%. So yeah, the just within a single day's worth of trading, not so great for the bottom, but the top wildly outperformed the indices. And so that's what I like to see. Guys, Discord, links in the description, code word doctor, use the earner tier. So putting this back up here for you. And let's drop down. Let's not go with the minute chart. Let's go with the 30-minute chart on this. Look at that formation that we have here. Oh boy, if that isn't a bull pennant waiting for us. Now, mind you, we are significantly overbought on a daily basis. We're up near 80 for the RSI. We could still pop this. And if we do, if we are able to fill out this bull pennant formation, we could hit $8.84 per share in the very near future. That would be incredible. That would be amazing. Right now, I closed out one put that I sold against this. So I sold that put for 60 cents was the premium. So $60 when you multiply by 100. And then I bought it back for $5. So $55 in my pocket for that. And then I just sold another put for that $7.50 strike price. So if this thing trades below $7.50 by the July 11th, I get 100 shares. But I've already gotten $122 in my pocket leading up to that, which then reduces my cost basis down to $6.28 per share. And then I'm also holding on to those 100 shares, which is an asset that I believe will significantly appreciate over time. I more and more am into the fundamentals of this company, and I'm still doing my research before I share them out, but I will say that we could still have that $10 price tag coming in our future, potentially even a 15 one coming in the near future. I think that 2025 is going to be a very, very good year for Big Bear AI, and I still think that there's some outperformance to go, even if we don't fill out that bull pennant, and even if we just do cool down in the near term. I still think that this bull pennant that you see on your screen is definitely worth watching. Now, mind you, I talked about options and I also talk about technicals here. If you guys want to do some coursework on those options and technicals, there's some courses offered through Stockmo Academy. That link is also in the description. Same code word doctor, DOCTOR. That's also going to give you a massive discount on those courses. It's a one-time fee for lifetime access. And if you bundle the two courses together, which are a match made in heaven, by the way, small, easy to digest pieces, but super powerful, that bundle plus the code word of doctor is going to get you the maximum savings on that coursework. So guys, in this video just so far, and I have some others I'm going to share out with you. I need to do an update on my best penny stocks to buy now. Crypto was popping off today. I'm going to update those in future videos as well. I'll also update those over at the Discord, and I'm just one of the experts over there providing my insights and information, as well as my trades, helping people towards financial freedom and how to build alpha in their portfolios. Come on over and join us. Remember that code word doctor, regardless of which click you do on which link you click down in the description. They're there waiting for you. Guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Let me know what other stocks you would like to see, other ones that you will think will outperform in Q3. Are there any ones that you're skeptical about in this video? Either way, I'd like to hear from you. And don't forget about those links, guys. Thanks for watching. I am Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. Remember, my friends, that learning is earning. We'll see you next video.